Billions of dollars were spent to build the future, but the future never arrived. Skyscrapers were completed, cities were planned, dreams were engineered on paper. And then, everything went silent. Empty highways, abandoned buildings, ghost towns with no inhabitants, places where everything exists, except people. Today we're visiting 5 of the most shocking examples on Earth where ambition collapsed under reality. This is not fiction, this is not a movie. This is what happens when billion-dollar dreams fail in the real world. And by the end of this video, you'll realize the biggest failures are not about money. They're about misunderstanding life itself. Turkey, Burj Al Babas, the palace that nobody wanted. Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine walking through a place that looks straight out of a fairy tale. Hundreds of mini castles, golden domes, arched doorways, intricate stone carvings, like something pulled from the pages of a Disney movie. Now open your eyes. There's no music, no laughter, no footsteps, just wind and silence and 587 empty castles staring back at you. This is Burj Al Babas in the small Turkish town of Mudrinu. The dream was breathtaking. Build 732 luxury mini castles, specifically designed for the ultra-wealthy of the Arab world. A private paradise where billionaires could escape reality. Total investment, $200 million. Construction roared ahead. Hundreds of palaces went up. The roads were laid. The carvings were chiseled. The rooftops were sculpted. And then everything stopped. Buyers who had already booked their castles simply stopped paying. Turkey's economy began to crack under pressure. Costs spiraled out of control, and the construction company collapsed into bankruptcy. Today, 587 castles stand completely unfinished. Nobody lives there. Nobody visits. Walking through those empty palaces feels like stepping into a world where time itself gave up, where the clock stopped, and the people never arrived. The place that was meant to be the world's most exclusive resort has become Turkey's most haunting ghost town. Now we travel to the most secretive nation on Earth, North Korea. It's the 1980s. South Korea is booming. Factories are expanding. Skyscrapers are rising. The economy is growing at an incredible pace. And North Korea's leadership cannot stand it. They decide to send a message to the world, a message of power, a message of superiority. Their solution? Build the tallest and most magnificent hotel on Earth. A gigantic pyramid-shaped skyscraper unlike anything ever attempted. The Rugyong Hotel. 105 floors, so large that it would dominate the skyline and be visible from almost every corner of Pyongyang. The price tag? $750 million. Thousands of workers labored day and night as the structure rapidly climbed into the sky. Then everything changed. In 1992, the Soviet Union collapsed. Almost overnight, North Korea lost its most important economic lifeline. Money disappeared, resources vanished, and construction came to a sudden halt. As the country's economy struggled and famine spread across the nation, the hotel was abandoned. Year after year, it stood unfinished against the skyline, a hollow giant made of concrete and broken ambitions. For decades, the massive structure became one of the world's most famous abandoned buildings. Eventually, glass panels were added to the exterior, giving it the appearance of a completed skyscraper. But behind the shiny facade, almost nothing existed. Empty corridors, unfinished floors, vacant elevator shafts, a hotel without guests, a hotel without rooms, a hotel that never truly opened. After hundreds of millions of dollars, decades of construction, and one of the most ambitious building projects in modern history, the Ryugyong Hotel remains a symbol of a dream that was never completed. The world's most expensive monument to failure, the hotel that never opened. China builds cities faster than any nation in history, but sometimes speed becomes the enemy of sense. Enter Ordos Kangbashi, the most famous ghost city in the world. The vision was ambitious. Build a gleaming, ultra-modern city near the massive coal mines of Inner Mongolia, a place where over 1 million people could live and thrive. World-class roads, stunning parks, state-of-the-art museums, thousands of residential towers. The cost? A staggering $161 billion. Mountains were moved, earth was torn open, construction ran around the clock. And when the city was finally ready, nobody came. Why? Because the property prices were so astronomically high that ordinary people simply couldn't afford them. And the wealthy had no reason to move. There were no jobs, no businesses, no economy waiting for them in this brand new city in the middle of nowhere. The result was surreal. Wide, perfectly paved roads with nothing on them. Traffic lights cycling red to green to red again for no one. Shops built but never opened. Apartments completed but never occupied. Tumbleweeds rolling down boulevards designed for millions. Today, a small population has trickled in, but Ordos Kangbashi remains a chilling reminder of what happens when you build first and think second. Buildings can be planned. People can't. When you think of impossible dreams turned real, you think of Dubai. Dubai had already built the Palm Jumeirah. Most countries would have stopped there. Dubai didn't. They wanted something even bigger. Their next idea was unbelievable. Build a map of the entire world. Not on land, in the middle of the sea. Artificial islands. Each one shaped like a different country. France, Australia, Brazil, even the United Kingdom. You could actually buy one. The project was called the World Islands. The price tag was enormous. More than $14 billion. Millions of tons of sand and rock were dredged from the seabed. Then they were carefully arranged, piece by piece, country by country. Engineers worked day and night, around the clock. They were literally redrawing the world, on the surface of the ocean. It was breathtaking. It was audacious. And for a moment, it was actually happening. Then came 2008. The world economy crashed. Markets collapsed. Investors disappeared. Dubai's real estate boom suddenly stalled. Money stopped flowing. Construction slowed. Then it stopped. The world islands froze in place. Many islands remained empty. No buildings, no residents, no future. Then nature stepped in. The sea never stops moving. Waves battered the islands, year after year. The carefully placed sand began to erode. Some shorelines started shrinking. The project faced a growing threat. A dream built to reshape the world was now fighting the ocean itself. A vision meant to put Dubai above the world was slowly being swallowed by the sea. And finally, perhaps the most heartbreaking story of all. Malaysia, Forest City, built for everyone, owned by no one. The concept was genuinely extraordinary. A major Chinese developer unveiled a vision unlike anything the world had seen. Artificial islands off the coast of Malaysia, with a city unlike any other built on top. Every building covered in living trees and plants. Cars driven underground through tunnels. The surface reserved entirely for people to walk freely, breathe clean air, and live in harmony with nature. A city of the future. A city of 700,000 people. Budget, $100 billion. Construction began. Beautiful homes rose from the ground. Beaches were shaped. Parks were sculpted. But there was one catastrophic flaw in the entire plan. The city was being built in Malaysia, but it was being marketed almost entirely to wealthy buyers in China. And then the Chinese government issued restrictions. Citizens could no longer freely move large amounts of money overseas to purchase foreign property. In one single policy decision, the project's primary buyer base began to disappear. And for the local Malaysian population, these luxury apartments were so far beyond their reach, they might as well have been on another planet. The result, towers completed, but empty. Beautiful beaches, deserted. At night, out of thousands of windows across this magnificent skyline, only a scattered few glow with light. Like lonely stars in a dark sky, Forest City stands today as a lesson written in concrete and glass. A city designed for a future that the present simply wasn't ready for. The future arrived, the people didn't. 5 projects, 5 countries, 5 different reasons for failure. But if you look closely, there's one lesson hiding in all of them. A building without people is just a structure. A city without community is just concrete. And a dream without understanding your audience is just expensive silence. Money alone has never built anything truly great. What builds great things is wisdom, knowing who you're building for, why they need it, and whether the world is ready for it. These ghost towns aren't just failures. They are warnings, standing tall, visible to anyone willing to look. The question is, are we listening? If this video made you think differently about ambition, planning, and the cost of unchecked pride, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And until next time, take care of yourselves. The biggest failures in history were never failures of money.